Where is the Federal Republic of Ambazonia, also known as the Southern Cameroons? It's hard to find on most maps because, well, it's still more of an idea than a reality. It's located here, between Cameroon and Nigeria. Or, that's where the people of Ambazonia want it to be located. But who are the people of Ambazonia? To answer that, we need to go back in time. Germany established a colony along what it called the Cameroon River in 1884. During World War I, French and British troops invaded, forcing all German forces out by 1916. Cameroon was then divided up, with France snagging most of it, except for this section, bordering the British colony of Nigeria. This was divided into the Northern Cameroons and the Southern Cameroons. In 1960, France granted its Cameroon independence, but the British Cameroons never got this opportunity. Instead, the peoples of the Northern and Southern Cameroons each got to choose between joining Nigeria or throwing in their lot with the former French Cameroon. In the referendum, outright independence was not an option on the ballot. The Northern Cameroons, which was majority Muslim, voted to become part of Nigeria. The Southern Cameroons, which is majority Christian, voted the other way. Its leadership then quickly met with the leaders of the new Republic of Cameroon to agree on a joint constitution. The Fumban Agreement, as it was known, established the Federal Republic of Cameroon. In theory, this was an equal partnership between the two former colonies, but as the English-speaking Cameroonians, or Anglophones, soon learned, the French-speaking Cameroonians, or Francophones, weren't interested in treating them like equal partners. The federal structure quickly failed, and one reason was because it was so unequal. By population, East Cameroon was 4 times larger than West Cameroon. But there was an even bigger obstacle. Cameroonian President Amadou Ahidjo. He simply ignored the Fumban Agreement and started centralizing power as quickly as possible. In 1972, claiming that the federal structure was slowing down progress, he declared Cameroon to be a unitary state, and symbolically, he reduced the number of stars on the flag from 2 to 1. Many Anglophones felt betrayed, but there wasn't much they could do about it. A new president took power in 1982, Paul Biya, who is still in power today, since 1982. This guy has been the dictator of Cameroon for 40 years. Anyway, during the Cold War, Biya positioned Cameroon as a staunchly anti-communist country, which delighted America especially. Ever since, Western leaders have been more interested in keeping President Biya happy than the rights and well-being of the Anglophone population. To be fair, nearly everyone in Biya's Cameroon has had a terrible time, but the Anglophones have had extra problems. Government officials in Anglophone areas often only speak French. National entrance exams for professional schools are often only set in French. And government documents are often available, you guessed it, only in French. These are just a few examples from a long list of grievances, but basically, Anglophones have long felt like second-class citizens, and this eventually led to the eruption of wide-scale protests in 2016. The Cameroonian government, led by Paul Biya, cracked down hard, but instead of ending the unrest, government violence only stoked tensions further, leading to what is now known as the Anglophone crisis. On October 1, 2017, a group of activists led by Sisku Julius Ayuk Tabe unilaterally declared the independence of the former British Southern Cameroons, calling it the Federal Republic of Ambazonia. By the way, Ambazonia is derived from the name of the nearby Ambas Bay. Not everyone likes this term though, and many Anglophones still prefer Southern Cameroons. A lack of unity has actually been a huge problem for Anglophone separatists in general. Ambazonian President Ayuk Tabe was arrested by Cameroonian forces in 2018, and Samuel Ikome Sako was appointed to replace him, except the next year, Ayuk Tabe insisted he was still president, while in jail. This means the interim Ambazonian government has 2 rival presidents. There are also lots of other groups, some of which are non-violent, and some of which are really violent. Each answers to a different president, or no president at all. With no united voice to speak for the people of Ambazonia, or the Southern Cameroons, no one has the authority to negotiate with a central government, even if it was willing to negotiate, and no one speaks for Ambazonia on the international stage. Which is a shame, because Paul Biya's government continues to oppress the Anglophone population every day, often violently, and hardly anyone is noticing. Is a free and independent Ambazonia the solution? Maybe, but as long as Paul Biya and his faction remain in power, and the Anglophone opposition remains divided, that's a long way off.
This one is just a vivid summary of that particular part of the world which you know. which is called Ambazonia, or called Southern Cameroons. And some people have been fighting tooth and nail, day and night, and they have been burning midnight candles to see that the world does not know about this particular situation. But however, as time goes by, the more they fight, the more the people come to know about it. That was just a little documentary of Ambazonia, of Southern Cameroons. Even the world, the international community knows that they have a duty, they have an unfinished business in this part of the world. They have an unfinished business in this part of the world. Yes, what is that unfinished business? It is their fault. It is their fault because it is an incomplete decolonization process. It is an incomplete decolonization process. There is no way you can allow somebody get independence by joining another person. It's not possible. It's not possible. It's not possible. So nobody should come here and start saying, it baffles me when a born Southern Cameroonian is being brainwashed, is being deceived, is being manipulated to think that his history is the history of Cameroon, La République du Cameroon. That's not, even La République du Cameroon does not teach their citizens their history. Why don't they do that? Why don't they do that? Isn't it necessary for the citizens to know their history? It is very important for citizens to know their history. Why is that they don't teach the 1st of January 1960? They had independence on the 1st of January 1960. Southern Cameroons, 1st of October 1961. Two different countries, two different people, two different people. That Republic of Cameroon gained her independence alone. My brother, my sister, this thing is the only people who can change the narrative, the only people who can actually stand strong and stand for what rightfully belongs to them is Southern Cameroon, it's Ambazonia. You and I, nobody will do it for us. We have to do it for ourselves. That's why we are doing it now. And we call ourselves the never again generation. That is the only way. It's the only way, my brother, my sister, that's the only way. So please, you have to know these things. We have to know them. We have to understand them. We have to come to terms with them. That yes, this is my history. Bro, this is your history. The people of Southern Cameroon, this is our history. We are a people. We existed as a country. Yes, we had prime ministers. We took care of ourselves. We had our institutions. West Cameroon Police Force, we had these things. Public Works Department, Cam Water, Santa Coffee Estate, West Cameroon Bank. We had all these things, my brother, my sister. Nobody should fool you wherever you are. Even if you are a civil servant in La République du Cameroon, there's no problem. There is no problem. We are not denying you of that. We are not saying that you are a problem. No, we know the type of people who are a problem, right? Even if you are a civil servant in La République du Cameroon, keep on working. You deserve that money. It's your money. It's your money. They extract natural resources from us. So they have to pay you. They have to pay you. My brother, please, nobody should rob you of your history. Nobody. Any Southern Cameroonian who is against his or her history, that person is simply benefiting from La République. It is either you are benefiting from the regime or there is something you are protecting. There is something you are protecting, especially when you are protecting, how do I put it? Those of you who still like to move around, go to Yaoundé, go to Douala, Bafoussam, all those places and all the like, but you cannot go to your village. Let's say you come from Njikwa. You cannot go to Njikwa, bro. You cannot go to Njikwa as usual. You cannot go to Widikum as usual. Why? Because there is problem. In as much as Ambazonians in the diaspora cannot go to their own village, you too cannot go to your because Douala is not my village. Yaoundé is not my village. Yaoundé is not my village. It's my village. You go stay for Douala, you make mob say, una ambade, una no pass for ground zero. You did ground zero. You know they ground zero. When you say what the problem dey, when we say now the problem of identity, the problem of for what land, what place we they want take them from we. So my brother, me no man no fool you. Me no man no ever fool you. It better say me you stand for something than for stand for no nothing. Yes, it better me you stand for something than for stand for no nothing. I'll see you when I give my next update. And thank you very much for watching. You are now February. I wish you a very excellent month. I wish you the best. And I hope say this so God will continue to protect you where you watch. God will continue to protect your family and protect everybody where they around you. Say this so the good intentions, the way you get them for others. And also you will receive your reward in return. And don't forget, say we stay now for we are on Mother Earth. If you plan good for man, good will follow you. If you plan bad for man, bad will follow you. My brother, my sister, I thank you again. I will see you in my next update. My name is Fabiano Defo. Bye-bye.